moving on to the next stage, right? So I call this the early traction stage. So a bunch of SaaS startups again started, let's say 2019 to 2021, that time frame. A bunch of them hit that early 100K to a million ARR kind of attraction. And now with AI, a lot of them are being forced to almost go back to the drawing board. I mean, a lot of those really core assumptions have changed, or the problem set has widened, or the team constitution or the capitalization structure of the company as well is not kind of really keeping pace with what's really happening outside in the landscape, right, and with customers. So in this particular stage in kind of the US India SaaS ecosystem, how do you advise founders think about it? Because it's a very tricky stage, right? I mean, you have a business, right? You have a running business, so you can't just like rip it apart. You have
Yeah,
investors on the cap table, right? You have employees who have probably 30, 40, 50 people. You have an office. And now, but in your heart of hearts that, hey, like things are changing very massively in terms of, what I intended to build out versus what I'm dealing with today.
exactly. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no easy answer. That's like a $1 million question right there. I think the what I would do in their shoes is like, first of all, don't be in denial, don't be defensive, don't keep saying that, oh, AI is like too far away, it's just a hype, it'll go away. No, it's not a hype. It's coming after your business. That's number one, acceptance. The second thing is, once you have that acceptance, then you have to come up with a strategy where you have to figure out, maybe either you hire an in-house AI team, AI engineering team, to see how you can not just infuse AI in your existing product, but also rethink your product from the ground up, from first principles. The lot of the hesitation comes there, because a lot of the times what you try to do is like, you just jam an open AI API into your existing product and call it an AI product. It doesn't work. People see through that. And then probably there's another startup which is actually building a way better product from first principles. So you really got to think from ground up, from first principles. Or you could use existing, I mean, you could use, like, that's where AI comes in, where you could use a platform like ours to like kind of build agents for your use case and see if you can quickly validate that with your end customers, and something that you want to like then start like building an alternative go-to-market motion for that product. And if that takes off, then you can slowly play the game where you have this kind of going, but kind of also like, hitting the peak, and then you have the AI product like rapidly growing on the side. So that's kind of how I would approach it myself.
Yeah, I think the key word here seems to be courage, right? And I think both founders and investors kind of need to have that courage of saying that, look, we can't be afraid of stripping something down to the bones and kind of sort of rebuilding, right? Based on the new market reality, because that's kind of the need of the hour.
Exactly. It's like the sunk cost. Just because you have a really big money in the pot, but if you have bad hands, and you know that you have bad hands, you got to fold, or you got to figure out like what you're going to do, because I think that's it. I mean, once you come out of denial, once you actually accept that this technology is going to change your company, then you automatically, you're a founder, you've been through this, you've been through roller coasters. I mean, there's a reason you're a Series BC company, because you are endured through this, so you will figure it out. But just make sure you move fast and don't be in denial.